What if every human being was just one cell in a much larger living organism? One that spans the entire Earth? It sounds insane, right? But think about it for a moment. Your body is made of trillions of cells. Each cell is alive on its own with its own tasks, its own lifespan, its own identity. But none of them know you exist. A skin cell doesn't know it's helping a person walk through a city, fall in love, or fear death. It just does its job. Now zoom out, way out. What if we, humans, are the skin cells, the neurons, the blood cells of a planetary superorganism? It's not just metaphor. In nature, we already see it. Ant colonies operate like a single entity. Slime molds, yes, actual slime, coordinate their movements without a brain. Trees in a forest communicate through underground fungal networks called the Wood Wide Web. Each element alone seems insignificant, but together they become intelligent, coordinated, alive. So, what about us? Cities look like neural networks from space. Highways resemble blood vessels. Our internet is a global nervous system. Billions of minds exchanging data every second. Information pulses across continents at light speed. Think about it. What is social media but a planetary consciousness stream? Raw and unfiltered. Now let's go deeper. When humans come together, movements happen. Revolutions, inventions, art, war, peace. It's like a single being reacting to a stimulus. Maybe our greatest ideas don't come from individuals, but from the collective brain we're unknowingly part of. And if Earth is the body, who or what is the mind? Maybe it hasn't awakened yet. Or maybe just maybe it's dreaming, and we're its dreams. Every war, every heartbreak, every act of kindness, just impulses in the thoughts of something beyond us. But here's the twist. What if this being is sick? Climate change, conflict, resource exhaustion. From its perspective, these aren't political problems. They're symptoms, like inflammation, fever. Maybe humanity is a system out of balance, and Earth, the organism, is trying to correct it. And guess what happens when cells in your body forget they're part of you? That's called cancer. Are we becoming a cancer on this planet? Or just a confused part of its mind, struggling to understand our role? Now imagine a future where we realize this, where humanity shifts, not just in technology, but in awareness. Where instead of fighting for dominance, we coordinate like neurons in a higher intelligence. Each culture, each person, a unique part of a global brain. Imagine world governments acting like hemispheres of the same brain. Imagine ideas flowing across borders like electrical signals between synapses. Imagine war not as destruction, but as a neural misfire we've finally learned to control. Imagine education redefined, not just to create workers, but to create wisdom. Maybe enlightenment isn't personal. Maybe it's collective. What if the real goal of evolution is communion? And think of love. What if love, that universal human experience, is the organism's way of keeping its cells bonded? A chemical thread ensuring cooperation. An emotional glue holding this colossal entity together. Here's the mind bender. If this idea is true, if you are just a single cell in a superorganism, then your actions ripple farther than you can imagine. Kindness isn't just morality, it's communication. Innovation isn't just progress, it's how the organism thinks. And maybe, just maybe, the moment we truly realize this, when enough of us wake up, the organism will too. It will open its eyes. And for the first time in history, Earth will know itself. And then everything could change. We may finally find purpose not in domination, but in synchronization. The superorganism won't need to control us, it will be us. Every act of creativity, of compassion, of courage will become part of its awakening. But what if it's already happening? What if the sparks of this awakening flicker beneath the surface? In the artists who paint worlds, the scientists who unlock secrets, the activists who fight for justice? Each one a neuron firing in this vast body. What if this is the great challenge of our time? Not to conquer nature, but to cooperate with it. To recognize that the boundaries we draw between nations, races, even ourselves, are artificial. Because in the end, we might just be cells. Cells with a destiny to heal the organism we belong to. The question is, how close are we to that moment? And are you ready to play your part?